What's up, you guys? Philbo, how are you doing tonight? Welcome in. We've got some Marvel Champions going on here tonight, y'all. Specifically, the brand new Galaxy's Most Wanted expansion. Haven't played a single game of it, and I'm pretty excited to get into it. So, I think we're just gonna do it. What's going on out there in Twitchville this evening? Watching the basketball championship game. Yeah, I guess that is tonight, huh? Well, that's all right. Okay, so we're about set up here for our first encounter. I'm basically just trying to figure out what cards I want to cut from Rocket Racoon's deck. So, we'll figure that out. We'll make sure we're set up legally and offline. Does it say that? Hold on. I'm showing that I'm online, personally. I mean, can you see the stream all right, Philbo? Okay. So I've heard that this expansion really ramps up the difficulty a lot. So we're just gonna see. We're just gonna see how it goes. You know, I've just read everybody saying that they have just been getting absolutely crushed by this expansion. So, you know, we're just gonna do what we can do here. All right, let's see. So, let me see what cards we're cutting out of Rocket Racoon's deck here, and then we'll get into it. I mean, I've got to cut 5 cards to get down to a 40 card deck, which feels like a lot. I've only got a couple of the new cards in here. I mean, we're definitely playing Flora and Fauna. Follow Through seems like it's specifically made for Rocket Raccoon, so I want to play with that. Hand Cannon seems good. We got our suite of allies here. Numerous allies. 2, 3. So that's 7 plus Bug makes 8. Maybe we'll cut an ally. I don't like cutting allies though. 1, 2. Need to cut 3 more, huh? I mean, we could just roll with a couple cards over also. Nothing against that. We'll just, you know what? We'll roll with a couple cards over our traditional 40 card deck. And see how we like the feel of it. It's something that I've basically never done before. But, you know, I don't want to cut any of these cards, so we're just going to do it. What's the worst that could happen? Welcome in, you guys. How are you doing tonight? Get my stuff count centered here, and we're gonna get into some punching space guys. Brand new campaign, 2 new heroes. Never fought any of these villains before. Like, I sort of briefly looked through, some of the cards and stuff, but not really, you know. Oh, hold on. I think we need this. ship command in the encounter deck? Let me see. Ship command, yep, okay. Shuffle these in here. Dr. Caligari, how are you doing tonight? What's the good word, man? Welcome in. We're just getting started here. Got our brand new Galaxy's Most Wanted expansion for Marvel Champions all set up. Pretty excited to get into it. Been waiting for it to come out for a while. We're gonna punch some space guys, you know. Yeah, welcome in. Thanks for joining in. Get our encounter deck shuffled up here. Now that we've put all the cards that need to be in there. All right. So we'll go over all kinds of stuff here in just a minute as we because I haven't played with literally any of this stuff, so I would like to make sure I've got it correct in my head as well before we get too deep into it. Rocket Racoon and Groot both look super fun. So see what we can do with them, you know. All right, shuffling up our decks. And all right, shuffle up Groot's deck here. All right, so this is the brand new campaign, and these two new heroes are new also. So Rocket Racoon, alter ego, his action is discard a tech upgrade you control, draw 2 cards. Seems all right. He's got a lot of cards that don't automatically get discarded, so you flip down and discard them basically. And Murder You. Response: after you deal excess damage to an enemy, draw 1 card. All right, seems all right. And Groot, Growth Spurt. Place 2 growth counters on Groot to a maximum of 10. Limit once per round. Okay. And Flora Colossus is a forced interrupt. When Groot would take any amount of damage, remove that many growth counters from him. For each growth counter removed this way, prevent 1 of that damage. Okay. He also has tons of cards that trigger off of, you know, how many growth counters you have, etc., etc., etc. All right. We'll look at the specifics of the villain in just a second. But, yeah, Doc, thanks for joining, man. Glad to see you. Philbo's here as well. Although he claims to have previous basketball-related engagements for the evening, but you know, I guess that's all right. All right, so draw our opening hand for Groot. All right, before we get into the specifics of this scenario, let's read some stuff, you know? New icons, new keywords, all kinds of stuff. blah, 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 blah. Right. So, here we go. Welcome in, everybody. We're just getting into the first scenario of Galaxy's Most Wanted here. Haven't played it. Haven't played as these two new heroes. I did build a couple of decks for them. We've got Groot as Justice and Rocket Racoon as Aggression. But, you know, we're going in a little blind here as far as what exactly is going to happen. Let's read some cool comic books. What do you say? Alpha Flight Station, Earth's orbit. Commander, we're under attack by the Badoon. Oh no. We're sustaining heavy fire. Divert emergency power to the shields. I'm headed out. There's too many of them. Send the distress signal. Alpha Flight, this is Star-Lord. The Guardians of the Galaxy are here to help. We better get paid for this, Quill. I am Groot. As Polly, welcome in. How are you doing? You are just in time for the start of Galaxy's Most Wanted, the brand new campaign. Very excited about it. Okay, let me see. Main scheme deck. Counter deck. Campaign instructions. Each player records their identity in the campaign log. Reveal the Badoon Blitz side scheme. Okay. I'm doing it. Hinder 3. When revealed, place 3 threat per player here. Victory 1. When defeated, add this card to the victory display. Okay. And when defeated, each player may draw 1 card. Alright, so that comes in with 8 threat on it. And they added these to this campaign, and they're like campaign specific. If you're playing this as a standalone scenario, you don't use these extra side schemes, which I think is neat. You know, add in some stuff to tweak the difficulty of the specifically of the campaign. Shuffle the Badoon Headhunter into the encounter deck. Okay, I'll do that. Here's the Badoon Headhunter. Victory 2, Villainous. Yeah, okay. I guess this guy's following us around. Heroic Logic, welcome in. How are you doing tonight? What's the good word out there, Twitch people? I don't know about anybody else, but I'm pretty excited about this fancy new campaign. I've heard it's brutally hard. We're playing the standard difficulty scenario, but we're using expert difficulty villains, because personally I find the expert difficulty villains generally more fun, even though they're harder, right? The expert level campaign adds in some stuff that did not look that fun to me personally. So, the Brotherhood of Badoon has mounted a surprise attack against Earth. You and the other Guardians of the Galaxy rush to Earth's aid, teaming up with the mighty Avengers in the process to beat back the Badoon. However, the Brotherhood of Badoon's leader, Drang, is a skilled tactician with a fleet of powerful ships and an overwhelming number of soldiers at his side. This will not be an easy fight. Okay. I've never heard of the Badoon or Drang before, but I guess we're going to fight him. This is Drang. It says, when revealed, if Drang's spear is in play, give Drang 1 face down boost card. Otherwise, search the deck and discard pile for Drang's spear, reveal it, and shuffle the encounter deck. We gave him his spear, gives him +1 attack, and it's got a new keyword on it, Stalwart. Stalwart, I guess. He cannot be stunned or confused while he has this. That's a new keyword for this set, and it's nasty. It's a nasty one. Also, forced response. After Drang schemes, resolve the Badoon ship's charge up ability. Okay. The charge up ability says place 1 barrage counter here. Then, if there are 4 or more barrage counters here, deal 2 indirect damage to each player and remove all barrage counters. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I would have to assume they're a comic book thing, but I've never read any of the Guardians of the Galaxy comics or anything. I've just seen the movies. So, you know. We also have our own ship. The first player controls the Milano. And you can tap this to generate a wild resource. So, that's nice. We'll also use that as our impromptu first player marker. Because apparently I lost my first player marker. Also, Terrestrial Invasion says after resolving step 1 of the villain phase, resolve the Badoon ship's charge up ability. Okay, so that's going to put 1 barrage counter on their ship every round. We can exhaust the Milano to remove 3 threat from this scheme. Okay. So it takes 16 threat to for this to pop, and then we go to protect the planet, which also takes 16. Okay. Well, and that gets 4 threat every round. Seems like a lot. Okay, so let's see what our opening hands are. I've got a plan. After you make a basic thwart, ready Rocket Raccoon. Rocket Raccoon gets +1 thwart while in hero form until the end of the phase. I mean, okay. We got a pistol. Enters play with 3 charges on it. So a lot of his cards are restricted. You can only have 2 restricted cards in play at a time. Exhaust Rocket's pistol and remove 1 charge counter from it. Deal 2 damage to an enemy. Okay. Mean swing. All right. Flora and fauna. Place 2 growth counters on Groot and ready him, or place 2 charge counters on a Rocket Raccoon upgrade and ready that upgrade. Huh, okay. Some pretty good stuff here. I mean, I kind of like that opening hand, not gonna lie. Let's see what Groot got. We are Groot. Remove up to 4 growth counters from Groot. Choose that many friendly characters. Give each of them a tough status card. Okay. Vine Spikes. When Groot makes a basic attack, remove 1 growth counter from him and exhaust Vine Spikes. Groot gets +2 attack. Deal damage to an enemy equal to the number of growth counters on Groot. I mean, you're probably noticing a theme with our friend Groot here. So, I'll play For Justice. Play Coulson, I guess. So I've never played as these guys, as I was saying, so I don't really know what I'm looking for as far as like what to I'm not trying to say, as far as what to mulligan for and stuff. So, you know, it's going to be a little bit of a learning experience. All right, I can't help but notice we did not draw a ton of allies. We drew Wasp. We could play Wasp at the cost of the one other good thing we have in our hand. Play 4 and Fauna and put growth counters on Groot. He would then have 4 growth counters. We could give ourselves tough. All right, so we're keeping that, definitely. I don't think we're keeping those. Maybe we play Coulson? Either Coulson or For Justice. So let's ditch Coulson. Vine Shield. When Groot defends against an attack... Actually, hold on. Sorry. Vine Spikes. Oh, this is an upgrade. This stays in play. I probably want to play that, huh? Yeah, I definitely want to play Vine Spikes, so we can do attacks. So maybe I'll toss these. I don't know. We're playing it by ear here. Vine Shield, another For Justice, huh? Okay. All right. And dig the raccoon. Yeah, Rocky Raccoon going on here. All right, so We're definitely playing Flora and Fauna. We're not playing Wasp. We are playing our pistol. We're using Mean Swing. We're not playing I've Got a Plan. And we will play Martial Prowess. So, I guess we toss these two. Got a Skilled Strike and a Hand Cannon. Okay, so we're starting off. Rocket Racoon is going to... He does not currently have any tech upgrades in play that he wants to discard, so we're going to flip to hero form. There are currently not any minions out here to punch to get our excess damage going, so... We're going to pay 2 and play Martial Prowess. We're going to pay 1. Place 2 growth counters on Groot and ready him. Alright. Well, I mean, Groot's already ready, which makes that a little annoying. So we're basing it... that's fine. We're going to give Groot 2 growth counters, because growth counters seem important to what he's got going on. And we're probably going to hang on to our pistol, but either way, we can't play it right now. So we're going to thwart for 2 off of this. Ooh, we can play it because we've got the Milano. I got to remember that. We're going to tap the Milano and play our pistol, which comes in with 3 ammo on it. So we're going to tap our pistol, remove 1 ammo counter, and do 2 damage to Drang. Get out of here, Drang. Nobody likes you. Then I guess we're going to thwart for 2 off of this Badoon Blitz just to try to get rid of it. Get rid of that. Okay. Over to Groot. What's Groot got going on? So Groot is going to start by playing 4 Justice, removing 4 threat from the main scheme. And then he's going to use Growth Spurt to get 2 growth counters. And then he's going to flip. We're going to play We Are Groot to remove up to 4 growth counters to give that many friendly characters tough status. Okay. So we'll remove 2 and make us each tough. And then play Vine Spikes, which we can tap to make Groot, to remove a growth counter and give Groot 1 more, or 2 more damage. So I guess we'll go ahead and do that. To punch this guy for 4 damage, down to 22. Alright. And I think that is it for what we've got going on. So, ready everybody up, draw our new hands. And has anybody out there played any of this expansion so far? We got our new aggression ally in hand, Bug. After your hero makes a basic attack, heal 1 damage from Bug. So basically he can hang around forever, until you need him to block. We also got our rocket launcher. Comes in with 2 ammo on it. And you can exhaust it to remove 1 ammo. Deal 2 damage to the villain and each minion engaged with the player. I mean, seems alright. Okay. What's Groot got going on? We got Fruition, we got Deft Focus, Place 2 growth counters on Groot. I mean, that seems alright. Deft Focus is a new card, which reduces the cost of the next superpower card you play this turn by 1. Almost all of Groot's cards are superpowers, so that's nice. We can also apparently build the Avengers Mansion in space, so that's cool. Alright. So, we get 4 threat on the main scheme, which seems like a lot, not gonna lie. We get 1 barrage counter on the Badoon ship. Digital Champions, welcome in. How are you doing? Thanks for joining, man. We're just getting into the first scenario of Galaxy's Most Wanted here, and pretty excited about it. Pretty excited about it. Somewhere in here. Hold on. Oh boy. Yeah, it's funny. I actually got two copies of it by accident. I sold one to a guy that I know, but when pre-orders went live like 1,000 years ago. Apparently, I pre-ordered it and then forgot about it, and then pre-ordered another one. So, not to rub it in, but yeah, man, it looks tough. Not gonna lie, it looks tough. Okay, so Drang is going to attack over here. I'm just gonna take it because we're tough. Give the villain a tough status card. If the villain already has a tough status card, this card gets +2 boost icons for this activation. Okay. This will give you a good idea of what this encounter is about, from what I could tell when I was shuffling the encounter card, or the encounter deck rather. Lots and lots and lots of minions, so that's fun. Who doesn't love a million minions, you know? Okay, so Drang gets a tough status card. We lose our tough status card. Drang is going to attack over here. Put Badoon Grunt into play engaged with you, okay? After Badoon Grunt engages you, if there are no other minions engaged with you, deal yourself 1 face down encounter card. Alright. I mean, simmer down, game. We lose our tough status card. Tropius, welcome in. How are you doing tonight, man? Just getting started here on Drang and the Brotherhood of Badoon. Alright, so now we get some encounter cards. Bombardment. Forced response. After resolving step 1 of the villain phase, resolve the Badoon ship's charge up ability. First player action, exhaust the Milano, remove 3 threat from this scheme. Okay. I'm sensing a theme with what these guys want to do. Over here, Badoon Lieutenant. Patrol. While this minion is engaged with you, you cannot thwart the main scheme. Okay. Not a great person to throw onto our Justice player. I do like that new keyword a lot. It's like guard. Doesn't Badoon attack you because he came down during the villain attack? Oh, the grunt? Oh yeah, you're right. He does. He kills my growth counter. Badoon Lieutenant. Right, patrol. Okay. And also a Badoon Warlord. Badoon Warlord's attacks gain overkill. Cool. Well, we found some minions, so that's cool. Yeah, patrol is a great keyword. Really, really good. Alright, so the Milano comes over here. And we found some minions, as it turns out. Alright. so we're definitely going to... We don't have any thwart events. So we can't really do much about this bombardment here. We did find a we don't have any, like, anything, really. So we're going to play Fruition, definitely, to get 2 growth counters on Groot. And then I can do 4 damage, so I'm going to attack and remove a growth counter. To tap Vine Spikes to get +2 to my attack and kill this Badoon Warlord. What else do I want to do here, I guess? Like, I could flip down and just stack growth counters, I guess. That's probably what I want to do. Yeah. Let's try that. Well, we can tap the Milano to get rid of 3 of this threat. Then we can play Deft Focus, and we can play Heroic Intuition. And we are going to flip down and get ourselves a couple of growth counters, and hope that it works out for us. What sleeves use for this? I use Ultra Pro cheap ones. Not like it's not the penny sleeves. Wait, maybe it is. Maybe it is penny sleeves. Yeah, I think it's Ultra Pro penny sleeves, basically. Just cheap ones. I've never gotten the appeal of spending, like, hundreds and hundreds of dollars on sleeves personally. I don't sleeve most games, honestly, but this one you shuffle a lot, and it's all cards, so okay. So what are we playing here? Rocket launcher will do 2 damage to each of these guys, which seems pretty good. I would love to play Dropkick and stun the enemy, or stun the villain, but he has Stalwart, which means he cannot be stunned or confused. Go middle of the road. Yeah, I mean, I definitely get the appeal of nicer sleeves. I just, going more for affordability, I guess. All right. So I could play... Ugh. I don't love the options that are presented to me here. I think we got to play an ally. We're going to play Spider-Girl, who's going to stun and confuse this Badoon Lieutenant. And we can do... Alright, so we're going to tap our pistol to kill this Badoon Grunt. And we're going to do 2 damage to this Lieutenant. Got my Galaxy's Most Wanted on Tuesday. Spider-Man is so much fun. Oh, wait, you mean Rise of Red Skull, Tropius? Spider-Woman is awesome. Yeah, I love her. Could buy a box expansion for the cost of sleeves. Yeah, sleeves, again, personally, I don't really sleeve stuff, but, this game seemed like it would probably be good to sleeve. I guess we can thwart for 2 off the main scheme here. And then I've got Bug and Rocket Launcher left in hand, which we can't really do anything with. I would love to get Rocket Launcher in play. That'll be my second restricted card, though. So I'll have to flip down once I kill, or once I use the rest of the ammo off of my pistol to get rid of it, basically. 2, 3, 4. See what else we draw. I guess the question is, do we keep our rocket launcher in hand? Or do we ditch it and hope to draw our other big weapon? Let's ditch it. It'll be fine. All right, so we drew Skilled Strike, Battery Pack. Can exhaust Battery Pack to move a charge counter from Battery Pack onto another tech upgrade. So, for example, the rocket launcher that we just discarded. That lets you reload it, basically. We need to get rid of that spear pretty bad. Is my personal opinion on the matter. But we have failed to do so, so let's just keep rolling. We're going to get 4 threat on the main scheme, which again, seems like a lot. Drang is going to scheme over here for 2. Before we do that, we're going to get that on there. A barrage counter, I believe it's called. Also, we get another barrage counter from this bombardment side scheme. And we're going to get another one. After Drang schemes, I think. Oh boy. I'm trying a new setup for these cards. It gives me a little bit more table space, but they're kind of sliding around. Right. After Drang schemes, resolve the Badoon ship's charge up ability. Okay, so he's going to scheme over here. For 5. Seems totally fine. Which also is going to put a barrage counter there, which is going to shoot both of us for 2 indirect damage. Seems fine. Then these go away. Now he's going to attack over here. Spider-Girl's going to block. It's 3, 5 damage coming in. See you later, Spider-Girl. Mine still hasn't shipped. We have holidays from Friday to Monday during Easter in Germany. Hope they'll ship tomorrow. Whew. One would hope. It seems really fun so far. Always happy to get new villains and stuff, you know. Okay, now we get some encounter cards. Under Fire. Reveal the top. Okay, so 2 more encounter cards over here. It's fine. Blindside. Peril. While you are resolving this card, other players cannot help you. Choose one. Exhaust the Milano, spend 2 fists, or stun the first player. Okay. Speaking of which, I guess I should draw Groot's hand to see if we have 2 fists to spend. I mean, we do have them. I don't want to spend them on this, though. Remove threat from a scheme equal to the number of growth counters on Groot. I mean, that seems pretty good. Deal 5 damage to an enemy. If the attack defeats the enemy, place 1 growth counter on Groot. Wow, okay. Wow. Not great. Not great options. I think we're going to stun Groot. Is what we're going to do. And the next card is Wilt. Give to the Groot player. You may flip to alter ego form. We can either exhaust or remove 3 growth counters. Not great. My plan for next turn is getting worse. Getting worse all the time. I guess we're going to tap Groot now and just not do the thing that we were going to do. That's fine. No problem. Over here, caught off guard. Discard an upgrade or support you control. All right, well, see you later, pistols. Not the worst, I guess. Not the best. All right. So now, I guess the question is, do we get rid of this spear? Because we can do it here. 1, 2, 3. We can do it, and then we can stun Drang. So, like, I feel like that's probably what we do, right? Spend. Oh, we have to. No, we can't do it because we have to spend 2 fists. I thought it was 1 of each, but it's a mental and 2 fists, which is significantly worse. Let me see if Groot can do it. I mean, Groot can certainly do it. Mental and 2 fists. Alright, so we're going to call for an action from Groot, and he's going to spend a mental and 2 fists to get rid of this spear. And then Rocket is going to use martial prowess and power of aggression to play dropkick, dealing 4 damage to an enemy, stunning them and drawing a card. We drew follow through, which is nice. Hold on for 1 second. Oh, this guy also became unstunned. I don't know why I put a tough counter on. Tough thing on him by accident instead of a stunned thing. But when he attacked last... No, he became unconfused. And he is still stunned. Okay, there we go. Groot's an alter ego action. Oh, you're right. Groot is an alter ego. You guys and your rules. You guys and your rules. Why must you do such things to me? Alright. Put that back on top. He's still tough. He's not stunned. And he still has a stupid spear. Alright. I bet we can figure it out anyway. Let's just see. It's probably not going to be dropkick then. Maybe we just play Avengers Mansion. You guys and your rules. Always with the rules. Oof. Well, I should be able to get a couple of allies out over here at least. So maybe we just toss everything and play Avengers Mansion. 1, 2, 3. Oh, we do have... Ooh, okay, hold on. I think we can do it anyway, because we've got the Milano, and I forgot about it. The Milano is going to give us a wild resource. And then we're going to spend a mental and a fist. Okay, there we go. We got there. And we are still going to dropkick. Okay, perfect. Drawing a card that I definitely didn't see before. It's fine. And untoughening this guy. And also stunning him. Yeah, I'll notice it like 2 turns later and be like, well, things have happened. Alright. Follow through. We'd love to get in play. So it's a new card that says, when your hero's attack deals any amount of excess damage, increase that amount by 1. But unfortunately, we can't actually do that currently. So we're going to play our battery pack instead, in the hopes of eventually drawing a good weapon and not having to discard it. And we'll thwart for 2 here, I guess. All right. Over Groot. Groot's going to get 2 growth counters. First off. Then he's going to flip. And I feel like we probably should play I am Groot. To remove threat from a scheme equal to the number of growth counters on Groot. We'll remove 5 from the main scheme. Oh, and we'll use Deft Focus to pay for one of those. Take our card back. And then we'll play Ironheart, who will let us draw a card. We drew Entangling Vines. When Groot makes a basic thwart, remove 1 growth counter to give him +2. Okay. I mean, we'll definitely play that. And then Ironheart will thwart for 1 off of this bombardment. Felt all right. Okay, ready everybody up. 4 threat on the main scheme, putting it at 10 out of 16. No problem. Hold on. I have problem seeing that this new card is any good. Seems way overpriced. Wait, which one? The, Oh, you know what? You're right. Okay. I'm not used to these new keywords, so I'm messing stuff up all over the place here. Okay. Let me roll back this turn. We're at 11 here, right? Yeah, this guy has Patrol on him. And Patrol means you can't thwart the main scheme. I got to remember these new keywords here. All right, so rolling everything back, and we're forming new plans. All right, that's on there. Okay, he's stunned and exhausted. Okay. I am Groot. Probably is not going to be the play then. So, instead, we're going to play Ironheart. Still. Drawing Entangling Vines. Okay. And also, we're going to play Spider-Man, who's going to come in with 3 thwart. And we're going to thwart this for 3. 8. And we're going to thwart this for 1. Okay. And we will still use Deft Focus to play Entangling Vines. All right. We have become legal in our plays. Something we strive to be. Right. Okay, so now we're going to ready everybody up. Right, got to remember Patrol exists now. It's a fun keyword that I'm not used to looking for. All right, so we got Fertile Ground, we got Fruition, we got Flora and Fauna. Man, we can get a ton of root counters here. Or growth counters, rather. And yeah, Patrol says, while this minion is engaged with you, you cannot thwart the main scheme. So, presumably, my allies still can. But Groot cannot. Alright, so we got our Particle Cannon. That's nice. We got Salvage. After you spend this card, put a tech upgrade from your discard pile on top of your deck. Okay. Particle Cannon is good. That's how I feel about it. And we got a ton of resources to play all this stuff with, so nice. Philbo, have a great night, man. Enjoy the basketball, etc. Okay, so now we go up to 12 threat on the main scheme. Excuse me. Drang attacks over here, but instead becomes unstunned. Oh yeah, we also get a barrage counter on there. Yeah, salvage seems super good. He's got, I think, 2 of them in there. Very good card. So we got tons of resources this turn. Okay. Drang attacks over here. Ironheart's going to block it for 3. For 3. Great job, Ironheart. This guy's going to attack and become unstunned. Then we're going to get some encounter cards. A Badoon Grunt shows up, who gives us another encounter card. That's great. Assault. The villain attacks you. Cool, 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 cool. Why wouldn't he, you know? And I think we're going to have Spider-Man block this one. I guess. Yeah. Are we going to have Spider-Man block this one? I mean, Rocket Racoon has 1 defense, so I think we are going to have Spider-Man block this one. This activation is an attack. The attack gains overkill, piercing, and ranged. Okay. So we still take 1 damage because he attacks for 3, killing Spider-Man. And we get 1 trample damage. Yeah, I don't know if it's better than Captain Marvel. It definitely putting one of his tech cards back on the top of the deck is incredibly good. But, you know. Also the villain schemes, which is a real shame. Because this is probably going to go off, huh? So it's 2, 3. Incredibly, it did not go off. I can't believe it. It's at 16. Or 15 out of 16. No problem. Also, we get a barrage counter from his cool scheme. Trample. Who's ever heard of that? No one knows what Trample is. It's a mystery to everybody. All right. So this comes over here. First off, Groot is going to attack to become unstunned. And then we've got some work to do here. Place 2 growth counter. Ooh, place 2 growth counters on Groot. All right, so 7, 8. Wow, we can max out our growth counters this round. Seems nuts. All right, so we're going to play, first off, Root Stomp. That pays for 1. Spycraft pays for the other. Which does 5 damage to an enemy. If this attack defeats that enemy, place 1 growth counter on Groot. All right, so we kill the Badoon Lieutenant. And get a growth counter. We're going to tap the Milano to remove 3 threat from the main scheme. Oh yeah, they come and go, our cool allies in this game. We're going to play Fruition to get 2 growth counters. We're up to 8. And I guess the question is, do we play Fertile Ground, which will do us better in the long run, or do we play Flora and Fauna to max out our growth counters right now? Ooh. I think we're going to play Flora and Fauna, which maxes out our growth counters at 10, and also readies Groot. Which is going to let us thwart for 4 off of the main scheme. Seems good. Using Entangling Vines to give us +2. All right, over to Rocket. We're not going to have any defense available to us this round, which is a shame. No allies, no stun, nothing like that. But that's fine. We are going to definitely play our particle cannon. And we're overpaying for like everything this turn because of how our cards came out. That's fine. Particle cannon comes in with 2 ammo on it. We're going to exhaust our battery pack to put a 3rd ammo on it. And we're going to use particle cannon to deal 4 damage to this Badoon Grunt with overkill. Killing him and letting us draw a card for having dealt excess damage to an enemy. Drew Relentless Assault. Or we drew Power of Aggression, rather. Oh, you know what? Hold on. We don't do that. Right. We pay 2 to use Relentless Assault to kill this guy, which does 5 damage, so 3 overkill on the villain. It still lets us draw a card. We drew Power of Aggression. We have nothing left in hand. That's fine. We're going to use Particle Cannon to do 4 damage to the villain, down to 15. And we're going to thwart for 2 off the main scheme. Probably just hang on to Power of Aggression for next turn. I guess the first question is... it's not a question. We're going to flip down. Because Groot can block a ton of damage with his growth counters and whatnot. Rocket Racoon only has 6 hit points, and he's squishy. So we're going to flip back up. Or we're going to ready back up, is what I meant. And, ooh, also, when I used salvage, I get to put a card on top of my deck. Rocket launcher, I think. Hold on. Is it from our discard pile? Okay. I'd really like to put another battery pack back on top, but I don't have another battery pack, so I think we're going to put our rocket launcher back on top of our deck, because that seems like a good card to get into play. All right. So we drew some allies this time. It's nice. Relentless Assault, etc. Okay. For Groot, we drew another Root Stomp, Mockingbird, Sense of Justice. I feel like we're not drawing enough thwarting events with our boy Groot here, but that's fine. Okay, so we get 4 threat on the main scheme. We'll tweak our deck going into the next one. Throw some more stuff in there. We get a barrage counter here. What else? Drang attacks over here. Groot's gonna block. So it's put Badoon Headhunter into play, engaged with you. Okay. We take 0 from Drang. Badoon Headhunter now attacks, and he's villainous. So 1, 2, 3 damage coming in, removing 3 growth counters. All right. This guy's a 2 victory cost, or a 2 victory point card when you kill him. Okay. Drang is going to scheme over here for 3. Which also barrages us for 2 indirect damage each. Down to 4 for Rocket. And 4 growth counters for Groot. Okay. Now we get some encounter cards. For Groot, we get a Badoon Warlord. Its attacks have overkill. Great. Special delivery. When revealed in Alter Ego, you may exhaust the Milano. If you do not, the villain schemes with +1 scheme. Okay, well. I don't have the Milano under my control, so. Does that mean I can't do that? Or does that mean I would have to ask the first player if they want to exhaust it? How does that work? Yes, I am doing the campaign. Let me see what the rules for the... Because if Groot can exhaust the Milano, he certainly is going to. Blah, blah, blah. All right. If the ship in the ship command modular set, the treachery cards Blindside, Hull Breach, and Power Drain give the player the option to exhaust the Milano. Can the player choose this option if they do not control the Milano? Yes, because this effect is an option explicitly given to the player, that player may choose to exhaust the Milano even if they do not control it. Okay. Easy enough. We're going to tap the Milano. For sure. Okay. Speaking of which, the Milano now comes over here. Rocket is going to heal for 3, definitely. Up to 7. Who knows what tapped means? No one's ever heard that word before. We're going to use our last battery to put another charge on the particle cannon. And then we're going to use Tinkering to discard this battery pack and draw 2 cards. We drew Dropkick and Brawn. Okay. We drew a bunch of allies here. Now we're going to flip up. We got a million cards in hand. I mean, I feel like we definitely play our rocket launcher, right? So 1, 2, 3. Play our rocket launcher. Comes in with 2 ammo on it. We're going to exhaust rocket launcher to do 2 damage to the villain, and so we choose a player and do 2 damage to each minion engaged with them and to the villain. So do a little bit of that. And I feel like we should probably also okay. What else we got? We're going to use our particle cannon to kill this Badoon Warlord. It's got overkill, so it hits the boss for 2. And overkill also lets us draw a card. I've got a plan. After you make a basic thwart, ready Rocket Racoon and get +1 thwart. Okay. I would love to do that, but thwarting isn't really what we've got going on at this particular juncture. Root Stomp. All right. So now we're also going to play. We're going to use Martial Prowess and Power of Aggression to play Dropkick, dealing 4 damage to the enemy, stunning him and drawing a card. 7. Stunned. Drew Hulk. Apparently we found all of our allies. So, I mean, we could Relentless Assault, right? Which would kill this guy. It's not going to leave us enough to get an ally into play, though. So, maybe instead... One, two, three. I think instead we're going to get Brawn into play. Who will attack the villain, taking him down to 6, which also removes a threat from the main scheme. I feel like we might lose the main scheme right now. Because I don't have a lot of... I just don't have a lot of thwarting options, and Groot's exhausted, you know, so... I didn't have Flora and Fauna in hand, did I? No, I didn't. I did not. Okay. Yeah. I think we might be losing the main scheme here, folks, but not a lot we can do about it. All right. So to start off for Groot, we're going to use Deft Focus and 1 card to play Root Stomp, dealing 5 damage to this Badoon Headhunter and getting us a growth counter. And he goes into the victory display when we defeat him. And we'll play Quake also, who will thwart for 1. And, like, technically, we might not lose that, so that would be nice. You know, technically, maybe. All right, so we're ready, everybody up. Thruster Boots. +1 thwart, okay. Mean Swing. All right. Can deal with these options. I am Groot. Deal damage to an enemy equal to the number of growth counters on Groot. I mean, seems all right. Crisis Averted. Remove 6 threat from the main scheme. Okay. When Groot uses a basic power, remove 2 growth counters from him and exhaust Lashing Vines to ready Groot. Okay. All right, all right, all right. Can deal with these situations. This would be incredible if we had 10 growth counters still. Growth counters seem to come and go, though. All right, so we're going to get 4 threat on the main scheme, putting it at 15 out of 16, a totally fine amount. I don't know why anyone would say otherwise. We're also going to get 1 barrage counter here. Drang is going to attack here, but instead become unstunned. Drang is going to attack here. Quake will block this one. It's 3, 4, and he becomes tough. Okay. Getting tough. Now we get some counter cards. Over here, a Badoon Assassin. Force response. After Badoon Assassin engages your hero, it attacks you with +2 attack. Wow. So 3 damage coming in, huh? I think we'll have Brawn block that. Because that's rough. Over here, Hull Breach. When revealed, choose one. Exhaust the Milano, spend 2 mental resources, or deal 3 damage to the first player. Alright, well, Rocket certainly doesn't want 3 damage dealt to him. 2, 3, Crisis Averted, Lashing Vines. Yeah, I think we'll tap the Milano. Again, apparently we can never use the Milano again. And eventually we're going to get rid of this stupid Badoon Blitz thing. You know, maybe. This comes over here. And we're going to pay $3 to play Crisis Averted, removing 6 threat from the main scheme. Try to get that a little bit under control. We're going to use Deft Focus to play Lashing Vines. And then Groot is going to thwart for 4 off of, I guess off of this. And then we're going to tap, and that taps Entangling Vines. And then we're going to tap Lashing Vines and remove 2 growth counters to ready Groot. And then Groot is also going to thwart for 2 off of Badoon Blitz. There we go. We got there. That lets us each draw a card. Rocket has drawn Skilled Strike. Okay. That also goes in the victory display. And now it's over to Rocket. And we're going to start off by using our rocket launcher to remove Tough from the villain and kill this Badoon Assassin, which does 1 overflow damage to the villain. And lets us draw a card. We choose Schadenfreude. Until the end of the turn, heal 2 damage from Rocket Racoon each time you deal any amount of damage to an enemy. Wow, okay. That seems like a good card. We're going to start off by attack. Oh no, he's already untough. Okay. So 5. Yeah. Thruster boots. +1 thwart seems pretty good. Schadenfreude seems good, except we could only heal 2 because we haven't found our we haven't found our cybernetic skeleton upgrade to give us more hit points. So I don't think we play that. I think we are going to play Thruster Boots. Appreciate it, Tropius. We try, you know. I'm not promising good pronunciation, but we certainly try. All right, we are going to do a basic attack for 1, and we're going to use Skilled Strike and Mean Swing to tap our exhaust a weapon you control. That will tap our particle cannon and do 6 damage. 6 damage being 1 more than 5 lets us draw a card for doing excess damage. We do salvage. Okay. I mean, you love to see salvage. And that takes Drang to form number 3. Oof. Okay. This says, discard the top 8 cards of the encounter deck. Each time a minion is discarded this way, put it into play. Engage with the player who is engaged with the fewest minions. Okay. That's... Boy, that's a lot of minions possibly coming out. And he's got 36 hit points. Alright, so... Maybe we should have waited. Maybe we should have waited to do that. So let's see how many minions we get. Not a minion. Not a minion. Not a minion. Not a minion. Incredible. Who's getting a Badoon Grunt? We'll give that to Groot. It'll be fine. Not a minion. Also not a minion. That one's a minion. Okay. After Badoon Engineer engages you or activates against you, resolve the Badoon ship's charge up ability. Okay. I mean, only 2 out of 6 seems seems pretty good, honestly. And also, we've got Relentless Assault, which is going to deal 5 damage to a minion with Overkill, which is going to let us, 1, draw a card. Would you reload? Ready each tech upgrade you control. I mean, that seems pretty good. It kills this guy and does 2 overkill damage to the boss, letting us draw that card that I already drew. It also lets us put a tech upgrade on the top of our deck. I'm going to choose Battery Pack since we've already got our 2 big guns in play. And reloading them seems pretty good. And then, incredibly, I also get to play Valkyrie from the card that I drew. She's going to come in and do 3 damage to this Badoon Grunt, which really worked out about as well as it possibly could have. I feel like if we had drawn 8 minions there, the rest of this scenario would have gone way differently than 2 minions, you know? Okay. I think that is it, right? That's everything? I believe that's everything. All right. So we're going to ready up. Draw some cards. I mean, Groot found a thwarting event, finally. Yeah, we're going to have to tweak this deck and put some more thwart events in there if he's going to be our Justice guy, I think. Under Surveillance, also good. I am Groot. I feel like this is going to average out to be not that great. Like it's 3 for 3 thwart removal right now, which seems real bad. And for Rocket, Battery Pack, Pistol, Reload. There's our Cybernetic Skeleton. Gives us +3 hit points. And +1 attack. Okay. And Battery Pack. Okay. Pretty nice. Pretty nice stuff. We're going to get 4 threat on the main scheme. Putting us at 13 out of 16. Seems totally fine. We get a barrage counter. Drang is going to attack here. We're going to have Brawn block it. Resolve the Badoon ship's charge up ability. Okay. See you later, Braun. And that also gets us a whatchamacallit? Acceleration token. Shuffle up our deck here. And Drang seems fun. I mean, lots of minions, right? That seems to be kind of his thing, but fun minions, you know? I feel like it's nice to have a minion heavy, not like final boss difficulty level scenario, you know? Like the other minion heavy guys like Ultron and Zola and Mutagen Formula are like the really super hard ones, you know? All right. So that's shuffled up. Now Drang is going to attack Rocket. And I guess Valkyrie's going to block this one. So it's 3, 4, 5. Okay. How are you guys what do you guys think about the new heroes and stuff so far? Seeing them in action? I think they seem very fun to me so far. Get some counter cards. Master Plan. Place 4 threat on each side scheme, or discard cards until you find a side scheme. All right, so we're looking for a side scheme here. Incredibly, we discarded the spear. I'll take that all day. Because that spear, the new keyword stalwart that makes it so you can't you can't stun or confuse somebody is brutal. All right, so this comes in with 7 threat on it. And it's got the new icon on it, which is, I forget what they call it, but it basically, well, hold on. I'll tell you exactly what it is. New icon, Amplify. The Amplify icon increases the number of boost icons on boost cards. When a boost card is turned face up during an enemy activation, add 1 additional boost icon to that card for each Amplify icon in play. Okay. We can do that. Also, caught off guard. Discard an upgrade or support you control. But I don't want to do that. I really like all of these. I think we'll discard Vine Spikes because we've used it the least, basically. Yeah. Okay. Over here, Exhaustion. Exhaust your identity. Fine. Also, a Grunt shows up, which gives us another encounter card. The Villain Schemes. I mean, that's a real shame. We really needed that to not be the one that came up. But it looks really fun. Really excited to try him out. Still don't know which aspect I'll play him with. Probably Protection or Justice. He seems like he would be super good in Protection. I just don't personally like Protection that much, so. There are no other minions engaged with you. Deal yourself 1 face down encounter card. Yes, okay, so the Villain Schemes, right, so that's going to do a couple of things. The first thing it's going to do is put 3, 4 threat on the main scheme, which is certainly more than 16. So, we lose the main scheme. Wink wonk. When revealed, resolve the Badoon ship's charge up ability. All right, so it's going to shoot us for 2 indirect damage, and then it's also going to get 1 more charge up counter on it. Protect the planet. First player action, exhaust the Milano to either remove 3 threat from this scheme or deal 3 damage to a minion. Okay. Starts with 8 threat on it. Seems like a lot. Seems like a lot. Not gonna lie. And then it gets 4 around. This grunt did bad things to us, as it turns out. Alright, so the mono comes over here. And we're definitely going to play battery pack. We're going to tap it to put a charge onto this rocket launcher. I guess the rocket launcher. Player deal 2 damage to each of it. Yeah, no, we're gonna put this counter on this particle cannon instead. Because we can use this to kill this Badoon grunt, doing 2 overkill damage and drawing a card, which is our other battery pack. We are going to have to reshuffle our deck now. And before we put the screws to Drang 3 here, give me just 1 minute. I'm gonna run grab myself a water. And I'll be right back, y'all. Yeah, Tropius, thanks for hanging out. Good to see you as always. And I'll catch you next time, sir. All right, we're back. We got our drink. We're back. What are we doing? Right, okay, so we've got 2 restricted cards in play, so we can't play our pistol, which is fine. We are definitely going to play our cybernetic. Actually, hold on. I'd really like to play our cybernetic skeleton and our battery pack, right? We can use the. We probably need to use the Milano to kill some of this. Ooh, we don't have any allies either. So Rocket might be flipping down this turn. TBH. Yeah, so we're going to use the Milano to kill a couple of these. And we will use 2 to play our cybernetic skeleton, giving us 3 hit points. And we'll use our battery pack next turn. Okay, over to Groot, who is going to play 4 Justice, remove 4 threat from this cannonade thing, I guess. Then he's going to thwart for 4 off the main scheme. By using Entangling Vines. And then he's going to play Under Surveillance on the main scheme. Oh yeah, this needs to be down here, right? Okay, so that is Under Surveillance, no problem. We're watching the people in the giant spaceship. And you know what? We'll have used the Milano to do to finish off this cannonade thing instead of taking 3 off the main scheme. All right, that is going to be the end of Groot's turn, right? Yes. Yeah, okay. So, ready everybody up. It's also going to shuffle Groot's card, or deck, rather. So, we need to do 30 damage here. We should be able to do it. We should be able to do it. Like, if we can stack a bunch of growth counters on Groot, we should be able to do it. Alright. Oh yeah, and Rocket Racoon flipped down also, which I forgot to do. Alright, alright, alright. Groot draws into Crisis Averted, Fertile Ground. I am Groot. Deal damage to the enemy equal to the number of growth counters on Groot. Okay, I mean, we're running real low on growth counters here, so yep. What's Rocket Racoon got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe he's got a thing that gives Groot growth counters. He certainly does not. A couple of Relentless Assaults. He's going to get to draw a couple of more cards, though, so that's fine. All right. So, we got 4 threat on the main scheme, putting it up to 8 out of 20. Drang is going to scheme over here, which is going to put 1 growth counter there. It's going to be 3, 4 scheme, or 4 threat coming into the main scheme here. All right. Did I do that right? We were at 8, so we should be at 12 now. Yep, okay. Plus we need one more from the acceleration counter that I forgot. Okay, so we're at 13 out of 20. No problem. No problem at all. Drang's going to attack over here. Groot is going to defend this one. Yeah, Groot's going to defend. So it's... he takes 1 damage and loses both of his growth counters. Okay. So he's down to 7. All right. All right. Now we get some counter cards. Power Siphon. Haven't seen that one before. Choose 1. Exhaust the Milano. Spend 2 lightning bolts, or discard 1 card at random from the first player's hand. Oof. I mean, I guess we'll exhaust the Milano. A Badoon Assassin. Okay. After a Badoon Assassin engages your hero, it attacks you with +2 attack. Wow, that... importantly, that does not say that you have to be in hero form, I don't think. Actually, it does say engages your hero. So I'm going to guess that he doesn't attack you if you're in alter ego form. I'm not 100% sure what the ruling on that would be, but it does say specifically your hero, not your identity. So I'm going to play it as he does not attack you when you're in alter ego. If that is not correct, you know, c'est la vie. But Badoon Engineer engages you or activates against you. Resolve the Badoon ship's charge-up ability. Okay. Under Fire. 2 more encounter cards coming in. No problem. Assault. The villain attacks you. Cool. We're already exhausted, and we don't have anything... Yeah, we don't have anything, so he's just going to punch us in the face for 3 damage. So we're down to 4 health. No problem. No problem. And also, a Badoon Sentry. Retaliate 1. 5 hit points. Okay. Well, we found some minions, as it turns out. Yeah, the attack will just fizzle. You can't get attacked in alter ego. Yeah, like unless something's like some cards specifically say they will attack you in alter ego, but I'm guessing that is not one of them because it doesn't specifically call it out, you know. All right. Well, we found some minions, which is great. First player comes over here. I mean, what's Groot going to do? I think he's going to play... Ugh. And he's exhausted. Okay. Well, we got a ton of Relentless Assaults over here, so that's nice. So we should be able to handle some of our minion issues. I think Groot's just going to bail to alter ego because he's got a bad situation going on, basically. We're going to pay 3 to play Crisis Averted to remove 6 threat from the main scheme. And then we're going to flip down and get 2 growth counters. Probably play Fertile Ground next turn. To get another growth counter, basically. Alright, so now over to Rocket Racoon. We're going to start off by using our battery pack to put a counter there. And then we're going to tinker to discard our battery pack and draw 2 cards. Alright. So we're going to start off by using our rocket launcher. Before we do that, he's not tapped. Yeah, he's going to flip up, and he's going to attack this Badoon Assassin, which does 2 damage, which draws him a card. We drew Bug. Bug's great, as it turns out. Bug is great. All right, so we're going to start off by using our rocket launcher to do 2 damage to Drang, down to 28, and 2 damage to each of these guys. So that kills this grunt, does 2 damage to this guy, and 2 damage to this guy. And those, it doesn't say on there that it's an attack, so I'm going to guess it doesn't trigger retaliate, because it doesn't specifically say it's an attack. Okay, now we're going to use martial prowess to play relentless assault, dealing 5 damage to a minion with overkill. We'll choose this sentry, which does 3 overkill damage to Drang and also draws us a card. We drew Schadenfreude. Again, not a great time for us to use that particular card. We're going to use our particle cannon to kill this Badoon engineer. Just going to do 3 overkill damage to the villain, 22, and also let us draw a card. The fact that this murdered you is not once per phase is incredible. It's so good. All right, so now we're going to play Bug. We're going to play our battery pack, which we're going to use to put an ammo counter there. And I think we're also going to play Dropkick. Deal 4 damage to an enemy. Yep. To take Drang down to 18 and stun him and draw a card. Drew Salvage. Okay. Salvage is great, but it doesn't actually look like we can play it right now because we're kind of out of things. We're kind of out of things to play. So Bug now is going to attack. He's going to thwart for 1, is what I meant to say. All right. So, get ready up. Hulk ally, dropkick, salvage. I mean, all good things. What's Groot got these days? A couple of root stomps. Wow, all 3 copies of root stomp. Awkward. I am Groot. I mean, he's going to be at 4. 2 for 4. He's going to be at 5. 2 for 5, maybe, is all right. Yeah, all right. So, first off, we're going to get 5 threat on the main scheme Totally fine amount of threat to get in a single turn. No problem. Uh, is it only fists? Oh yeah, only fists. You're right. All right. In that case, I mean, I had a ton of fists that I spent on other stuff, so I just spend them in a different order. I thought it was like the Relentless Assault, where you have to have used at least one fist, but it's all fists, right? I like to forget that one. But I did have a bunch of fists that I had spent on other cards, so I just spend them in a different order. It's fine. All right, we get one threat or one thingy. What's it called? Whatever that's called, barrage counter, and then we get barraged. Whoop! Throwing my barrage counters on the ground here. We each take 2 indirect damage. Seems totally fine. Groot's at 2 health. Totally fine. Yeah, I always forget that that one needs all fists, because a lot of things that have the kicker, you just have to have spent a fist or a whatever, a energy. Okay. Drang is going to scheme over here for 3, 4, 5, putting us at 16 out of 20. No problem. No problem at all. Spoilers. It might be a problem. Drang is going to attack over here, but instead become unstunned. We also get a barrage counter. Now we get some encounter cards, and we just really hope that one of them is not advance. Badoon Engineer gets us one of those. Gang up. The villain attacks you. Alright. Well, see you later, bug. It's going to be 3, 4. If this activation is a scheme, this card gets +2 boost icons for this activation. Wow. Alright, so see you later, bug. I was hoping to keep you around longer with your healing ability, but as it turns out, it was not to be. The Milano comes over here, and we need to do 18 damage right now, if at all possible. So we're going to use our battery pack to put a charge on particle cannon, I guess. And then we're going to use rocket launcher to do 2 damage to this guy and 2 damage to the boss. And then we're going to use particle cannon to do 4 damage to this guy. Just 3 overkill damage, which lets us draw a card. We drew follow through. Would have loved to get that into play way earlier. Alright, so this time I don't think we can trigger dropkick. I think we probably still play it though. Can we do enough damage here? Actually, can we trigger dropkick? 1, 2, 3. We can trigger dropkick. Okay, so we can do 4, 5, 6, 7. 8, 9. We can do 9 here. Can we do 5 with Groot? The answer is yes. Okay. So we're going to use Martial Prowess and the Milano and Skilled Strike to play Dropkick to deal 4 damage. Stun Drang and draw a card. Which use Strength. We're going to get Hulk ally out here. And that lets us put a tech upgrade on top of our deck. All these tech weapons seem actually bad to put on top of the deck if Hulk is going to attack, but that's fine. That's fine. Alright, we're going to put a battery pack on top of our deck. And then Rocket is going to attack for 2, down to 7. And then Groot is going to root stomp twice for 10. Killing Drang. Killing Drang. There we go. Alright. So, we have successfully beaten scenario number 1. And I definitely see some things that I want to change with these decks in between scenarios. But let me get these cards stacked up here. And we'll read some cool stuff from this booklet. Okay. The Collector's ship orbiting an alien world. The Badoon were sent to Earth by the Collector to capture the Reality Stone. He wants to collect all the Infinity Stones, and he already has the Power Stone. That wacko has an Infinity Stone? We're approaching his ship in stealth mode now. Okay, team, here's the plan. We get the stone and get out before anybody even knows we were here. I am Groot. Right, new plan. Fight our way out. Yes, Drax is into it. Okay. I'm not playing the expert campaign. Even when I played the Rise of Red Skull campaign on expert difficulty, like, I don't play with persistent health. It's just not fun. Plus, they added some really stupid stuff, in my humble opinion, to the expert campaign of Galaxy's Most Wanted, because you can't change your deck after you start if you're playing the expert campaign. And personally, I think that's just a garbage rule, you know? They're like, you know those fun things you like to do? Well, too bad. Alright, so hold on. Right, so there's some stuff here. Victory. Record units in each player's respective unspent units box. Okay, let me get my notepad out here. One unit for each player. Number of units equal to the victory values on encounter cards in the victory display. A maximum of 3. So we killed the Badoon Headhunter for 2 and Badoon Blitz for 1. So we get 3 more. Okay, so record 1 unit for each player if there are no minions in play. There are no minions in play. So we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then record 1 unit for each player if the main scheme is on stage 1B. It is not. So we each get 5 units. 5 for Rocket and Groot. If Badoon Headhunter is in the victory display, mark the box beside Scenario 1, Brotherhood of Badoon, in the Headhunter Defeated section. Okay. I mean, we did defeat him, so Headhunter Defeated. Big check. Okay. I've done that thing. So that brings to mind the question, how do you use units and stuff? Between scenarios, players can spend the units recorded in the campaign log to add cards from the market to their deck. Cards that can be bought this way belong to the campaign, the market deck building classification, and have the text unit cost X in their text box. Subtract the card's unit cost, write the card. Cards added to a player's deck this way must be included in that player's deck for the rest of the campaign and do not count towards that player's minimum or maximum deck size. Huh. Okay. So let's look through the market cards real quick, because we've each got $5 to spend, which gets us pretty high into the... Like this says, ready a friendly character, draw one card. Like that's okay, maybe that's a really good card. When a card is revealed from the encounter deck, cancel the effects of that card and discard it. Wow, that's super good also. Give up to 2 friendly cards, each a tough status card. Oh man, could I take all of these though? Reduce the resource cost of the next card played this phase by 3. Woof. God, these are good. Exhaust cargo hold. Heal 1 damage from a friendly character. If you control the Milano, heal 1 damage from your identity. Exhaust mounted laser. Deal 2 damage to an enemy. 3 damage instead if you control the Milano. Draw up to your maximum hand size. Remove this card from the game. Wow. That's intense. Choose a player. That player may add up to 3 cards from their discard pile to their hand. Remove this card from the game. Wow. Man, these are good. Okay. So the question is, do we take one of these incredibly good 5-cost cards, or do we save up for some of the like really wildly good 7-cost cards? I mean, these 7-cost cards, like, draw up to your maximum hand size. Remove this card from the game. So once a game, you can play all the cards out of your hand and then draw an entire new hand. Like, that's nuts. I think we probably take a 5-cost card, though, because what I like to do is get good things now. Especially because I've heard Scenario 2 is, like, crazy. Alright, so give up to 2 friendly characters each a tough status card. Man, I like that one. Ready a friendly character, draw a card. I don't know which one is better. Ready a friendly character and draw a card, or cancel a card from the encounter deck. I mean, I like both of those a lot. Sure Gamble is also super good also. It's basically a 3 resource card that you're just tossing into your deck. Don't remove themselves. I'll pick them now. Yeah, the thing is they don't remove themselves from the campaign log, right? So you can use them once a game. But yeah, I feel like a 5-cost now is the move. I mean, I feel like we're definitely taking tough, right? Ready and draw a card. I mean, it replaces itself and it readies you. I don't know that basic actions are really what these guys care about that much. Although, like, Groot likes basic actions a lot. Ready, friendly character. Yeah, we'll give Groot that one. And we'll give the tough one to Rocket. I want to take Sure Gamble so bad, though. I just want all of these. They're incredibly good, as it turns out. Reduce the resource cost of the next card played this phase by 3. So good. Yeah, alright. We're taking Ready and Safeguard, I think. I guess I might look at the cheaper ones, too, because we can buy, like, a 2 and a 3 or something. Deal 1 damage to an enemy and confuse it. Confuse yourself also. Weird. Deal 5 damage to an enemy, discard, take damage. Ugh. Take 2 damage, remove 5 threat. When an identity would take any amount of damage, exhaust armor plating, prevent 1 of that damage. Remove 1 threat from each scheme. If you control the Milano, remove 1 additional threat from the main scheme. I mean, that also seems pretty good, actually. Yeah. Oof. All right, I'm getting lost just wanting all these things. But we can only take these, so this is what we're taking. Oh, wrong one. All right. So, deck adjustments here. We're killing all the mean swings out of here. I thought they'd be good, but they're not. We're definitely killing all the mean swings. Is there anything else we want to do to our aggression deck? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13. That puts us at still over 40, which I don't usually like to run. So what else can we cut out of here? I think we're definitely going to cut the hand cannon, because I don't want to get stuck with extra restricted cards in play that we can't get rid of easily. And I think that leaves us at 41, but I think we're going to stick on 41. It's fine. But those mean swings were dead cards, because we were using our weapons to use their weapon effects, not to hit people over the head with, you know? Man, I just want follow through to work so much. I just want it to work. Because his whole thing is dealing excess damage, and that just makes it do 1 more every single time. But you would have, yeah, it's like, I think it's actually a bad card, but I just want it to be good. But like, to get your EV out of it, you'd need to use it, what, like 5, 6 times, something like that. 2 for 5, yeah. So you would need to trigger this 5 times to make it better than just playing a card that says, you know, like an uppercut or whatever, right? If it costs 0, it'd be fine. Yeah, no, I mean, God, you're probably right. Yeah, there's no way we actually play that. I wanted it to work. Maybe against super hard campaign stuff, but yeah, like if we played that first turn, we could probably get the value that we need to out of it by the end of a scenario, but that's a lot of ifs. And generally, I don't like putting a lot of ifs into my decks if I can help it, you know? All right. So this scenario sounds absolutely brutal from everything that I've seen. So I'm excited to try it. But, you know, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I've heard this is just like a stone wall for people, basically. Like, okay. So, what were we doing with Groot? Oh yeah, we need more thwarting for Groot. Like, that's just it. So, where's my justice cards at? Get some clear the areas in here. Possibly. Either clear the area or multitasking. I don't know. Can't run running interference because we're not a Avenger. Don't want to run lay down the law because we're not flipping forms that often. So it's probably multitasking or clear the area, just to get some more thwarting events going. Clear the area is great. Multitasking, I'm also a big fan of, but I think I think I was swayed by using it with Justice Miss Marvel, which is it's like the best card in the game at that point. So what are we cutting then? There we go. Okay. I was like, I'm missing a card. All right, so what are we cutting to put some amount of these cards in here? Under Surveillance, definitely not. Heroic Intuition, definitely not. Sense of Justice, probably not. Nick Fury, I mean, maybe Nick Fury. I like Nick Fury. Probably Avengers Mansion. Because we've got, what's it called? We've got other resource generating stuff. Flora and Fauna, yeah. Maybe Coulson. I mean, I like Coulson. So that's 2, huh? What else are we cutting here? Definitely not Wiccan. I love Wiccan. I guess we don't really have to cut another card. Maybe Skilled Investigator. I like Skilled Investigator a lot, though. If it, if you can get it out there in a timely sort of fashion, we'll cut Helicarrier for sure. Because we've got what's it called? Deft. We've got Deft Focus and Sense of Justice. So I don't know that we necessarily need, more resource generators. So that was what? How many was that? That was 3. So we'll throw in 2 clear the areas and 1 multitasking, just to get some more thwarting going for our boy Groot here. All right, we're making tweaks. We played the decks. We made the tweaks. Man, I'm going to make follow-through work with somebody somewhere, and it's going to be great. But I feel like if it's not Rocket, who's it going to be? His whole shtick is overkill, right? So if it's not going to work for him, it's probably just a bad card, Why do the cards have to be bad? I'm definitely going to make a Hulk deck with 2 hand cannons in it, though. Because they give you +2 attack and your attacks get overkill. And I feel like that'll be good with our boy Hulk. Dual wielding some hand cannons. It's a great mental image, if nothing else. So shuffle this up, and we will get scenario 2 set up here. Okay. Oh yeah, I need to separate out. I guess the question is, what do we use in scenario 2? Infiltrate the museum, galactic artifacts, standard encounters. I don't. Yeah, it doesn't look like we used the Milano in this one. So, see you later, Milano. I mean, it makes sense if we're not like in our ship, right? Okay. Drang. Drang was fun. Man, that his flip from 2 to 3. If you got hit with like 7 minions or something, that could certainly be extremely bad. Brotherhood. Do. Separating stuff out here. All right. Ship command. Yeah, this spear. Again, stalwart is a super cool new keyword. And by super cool, I mean super nasty. You hate to see it. Brotherhood, band. Standard. I'm looking for one more. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more ship command card. Definitely put some of these in the wrong stack. Let me see. 1, 2. This is a lot harder if you don't know all of the card names right offhand, like I do with basically everything and everything that has come before this, you know. Oh, hold on. The Milano is the other part of the ship command. There we go. We figured it out. I'm missing 3 band. Oh man. Okay. Yeah, Band of Badoon and Brotherhood of Badoon are different things, and note to self, those are different things. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. There we go. We figured it out. We figured it out, folks. Okay. So, the collector now. Menagerie Medley, Infiltrate the Museum, and Galactic Artifacts. Galactic Artifacts. Menagerie Medley is a crazy encounter set. It's got 2 of these Star Sharks who have Quick Strike, and they deal indirect damage. And their boost is deal 1 damage to each character you control. And there's 2 of them. And that's a nasty card right there. Where's the other one I was looking for? What was I looking for? Oh yeah, Infiltrate, right. Okay. Infiltrate the Museum, Galactic Artifacts, and Menagerie Medley. Okay. So, we'll shuffle this on up, and we'll figure out the totally insane rules for this guy. Because let me tell you about how nasty this guy looks. The answer is extremely, extremely nasty. Alright, and I feel like there was some campaign-specific setup for this deck also, so give me 1 second. Blah, 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 blah. Shuffle the Badoon. Wow, the Badoon Headhunter still is coming back at us, huh? And now that we defeated him the first time, this also gets shuffled in there. It says, choose to either take 2 damage or discard 1 card at random from your hand. Give the villain 1 additional boost card. So just some, just another nasty card because we killed him last time. All right. The Grand Collection. Setup. Create the collection game area. Put the top card of each player's deck face up into the collection. Okay? I Am Groot and Skilled Strike are going into the collection, which you may or may not be able to see over there, but we'll put those here maybe. Can you see those? I think that's probably off screen. Yeah, okay. I don't think there's going to be enough room to put the collection cards on screen, but I will keep you abreast of the collection progress. All right. Scenario number 2, Infiltrate the Museum. Though the Badoon were formidable, the teamwork and coordination between the Avengers and the Guardians was enough to quell Drang's onslaught. After the battle, Gamora is able to extract critical information from Drang about why they attacked Earth by using a few persuasive interrogation techniques. As it turns out, Tanelier Tivan, better known as the Collector, heard about the Reality Stone on Earth, already having the Power Stone in his possession, and always looking to expand his collection. He hired the Badoon to steal Earth's stone. Deciding at best if the Collector has no stones at all, you set out towards his museum. Throughout the course of the Infiltrate the Museum scenario, cards will be added to the collection. The collection is an out-of-play game area shared by all players and specific to this scenario. Cards in the collection follow the standard rules for out-of-play cards. All right, so hero action. Choose to either exhaust your hero or spend 2 resources of any type. Discard 1 card from the collection. If there are at least 5 per player cards in the collection, you lose the game. Wow, okay. So 10 cards, and it starts with 8 in there. Wow, this starts with 8 threat on it also. Seems like a lot. Wow, we're going to have to thwart the heck out of some stuff here. When a card would be placed into a discard pile from play, put it face up into the collection instead. So anytime a card was in play and goes out of play, it goes into the collection instead. Card be set aside, blah, blah, blah. Wow. So, cards that go into the collection are encounter cards, or 4 encounter cards. This is attachments, environments, minions, obligations, and side schemes. For player cards, it is allies, supports, and upgrades. So any allies that leave play, he captures them in the collection, and then you have to spend stuff to get them out of there. And if too many things go into the collection, you lose the game. So this guy seems rough. We've got a ton of minions. It's kind of what we do. So We'll see how this goes. We'll see how this goes. Personally, I'm betting it's going to go poorly, but, you know, that's fine. We start with 2 in there, and this guy's got 28 hit points. When revealed, in player order, each player must choose to either put the top card of their deck face up into the collection or take 3 damage. Jeez. When revealed, put the top card of each player's deck face up into the collection. Place 1 threat on the main scheme for each card in the collection. Good night. This seems intense. Okay, so I think this scenario, like I said before, has really like stonewalled people. I think we'll just take some damage to start off with. Why not? I don't want to put more stuff into the collection. If I don't have to, I don't want to. Woof. Okay. So check out our starting cards here. I mean, we got Safeguard in our opening hand, which, like, you love to see that, right? Helicarrier. Yeah, okay. I think we might just stick with this opening hand. Because we can get Helicarrier out, we can play Safeguard, and we can get Bug out. And that all seems fine. Seems totally legit for an opening hand. Alright, so what's Groot got? For Justice, Under Surveillance, Fruition. Alright, so we're going to ditch Root Stomp. Fruition, For Justice, Under Surveillance. Maybe we keep Root Stomp because we're just going to play it as a resource anyway. Because we can play, I mean, again, I like this opening hand too. So we play For Justice and Under Surveillance. Effectively thwarting for 8 on the first turn. Feels alright. So maybe we just stick with the opening hands and call it a day. Right, so we need a first player token since we don't have the Milano. We will use this acceleration token. Eventually, one day, I'm going to find what I did with my first player marker. It's got to be floating around here somewhere. Excuse me. Okay. So, nothing super important is in the collection currently. It's I Am Groot and Skilled Strike, but that's 1/5 of the way to us losing the game, basically. So we probably want to get that stuff out of there. So Rocket Racoon's going to flip up. We're going to play Safeguard to give us each a tough status card and draw a card. We drew Dropkick. Alright. We're going to play... Excuse me. We're going to pay 3 and get Bug out here. Nope. We're going to pay 3 and get Helicarrier out here. Going to use Helicarrier to get Bug out here. And we're going to thwart for 3 off the main scheme. Are we going to thwart for 3 off the main scheme, or are we going to get... I think we'll put 2 back on the main scheme. And go ahead and... where'd it go? Choose to exhaust your hero or spend 2 resources of any type. So we're going to do that instead of thwarting with Rocket, and we're going to get our Skilled Strike out of the collection. And it's going to come over to Groot here. He's going to get 2 growth counters. And then we're going to flip. We're going to play Fruition to get 2 growth counters. 4 growth counters so far. And then we're going to play Under Surveillance, giving us a threat threshold of 24 to lose. And then we're going to play For Justice to remove 4 threat from the main scheme, leaving 3 threat on the main scheme. Question now is, do we... I feel like we'll go ahead and clear out the collection while we can, you know? So, ready everybody up. See what we draw into here. Groot's got another Fruition, Vine Spikes, Clear the Area. Alright. I mean, Vine Spikes feels pretty good. Yeah. Not bad stuff. Alright. What's our boy Rocket got? He's got his pistol. Yeah, I've got a plan to do, what, 5 thwart? Feels pretty good. Avengers Mansion? Yeah. Alright, we'll see. Not bad stuff. Alright, so we're going to get 2 threat on the main scheme, putting it up to 5. The Collector is going to attack here for 2 damage, removing our tough status. Collector is going to attack here. Put Psionic Ghost into play engaged with you. Okay, cool. For 2 damage, and then we're going to take 2 damage from the Psionic Ghost. Not ideal. Not ideal. Now we're going to get some encounter cards. Biogram Image. Attached to Collector. Forced Interrupt. When Collector would take any amount of damage, put this card face up into the collection and prevent all of that damage. Then place threat on the main scheme equal to the amount of damage prevented this way. Woof. I already hate this guy. Hey, look, a Star Shark also shows up. With Quick Strike. Cool. Quick Strike, huh? I think we're going to block the 3 damage from that Quick Strike. Because we're already down to 7. And, like... Come on. Come on, game. Come on, game. Work with me here. Actually, are we going to... Maybe we just take it. We lose these growth counters and take 1 damage. I mean, that's probably fine. I really would like to keep some growth counters eventually at some point, but I feel like attacking for 4 and killing the Psionic Ghost is probably a better use of his activation. Okay. First player comes over here. We're certainly going to play Fruition to get 2 growth counters. And... Vine Spikes, which is going to let us attack for 4 and kill the Psionic Ghost who goes into the collection because that's totally fair. And then we play Clear the Area to remove 2 threat from this. Oof. This Star Shark has a lot of hit points, as it turns out. And we don't have a great way to get rid of those hit points. Alright, so Rocket Racoon is going to attack for 1, putting this Biogram Image into the collection and putting 1 threat on the main scheme. Then we're going to Helicarrier and use Strength to pay for a dropkick to deal 4 damage to the collector and stun him. Ooh, hold on. Also, I forgot that we should also have this here with 9 threat on it. Standard, each player. All right. So this has 9 threat on it, and we get a victory point if we kill it, basically. When we kill it, we have to put stuff into the collection. So, great. Everything's cool about that. What's not cool about that? Nothing. That's what. All right, this is what we got left. So, I mean, we probably get our pistol into play. Oh, yeah, when we attacked, it healed bug also. Our pistol comes in with 3 charges on it. Yeah. And we're going to attack for 3 on this Star Shark. Because we need to kill that guy eventually, right? And we can actually have killed that guy instead of the Psionic Ghost. Because we did 4 to him earlier, and we did 3 to him. So we'll kill the Star Shark instead, because he's more dangerous. Okay. That's all we got left. So we put some stuff into the collection. So that's cool. Why wouldn't we do that, you know? So we get 2 threat on the main scheme. Up to 6 out of 24. The collector is going to attack over here. Instead becoming... Ooh, or does Groot want to flip down? That would be 5, possibly 8 more threat on the main scheme. Does Groot want to flip down? To get some growth counters. I think we probably do want to have Groot flip down. So he will have gotten 2 growth counters after flipping down. Okay. So the collector is going to scheme over here for 5, 6 total. Putting us at 12 out of 24. Then he's going to attack over here. We become unstunned. Yeah, I should probably draw hands. Got our skeleton, that's good. Got martial prowess, okay. I mean, not a great turn as far as like actually doing stuff, but good setup turn. Encounter cards, that's what we do now. Alright, what do we get? The Beyonder's Blazer. Attached to the enemy with the highest scheme. Hero action. Place 2 threat on the main scheme and spend 2 resources of the same type. Discard this card. Woof. That's brutal. So now every card that we count for boost icons for enemy activations has 1 more on it. Hey, a Star Shark also shows up. Cool. Great. Why wouldn't that happen, you know? Why would that not happen? Ugh. Okay. So the question is, do we have bug block this 3 damage attack coming at us? I think the answer is probably yes. So See you later, bug. Because he's got quick strike, so. Alright. First player comes over here. We're going to thwart for 2. And then use Helicarrier to use I've Got a Plan. After you make a basic thwart, ready Rocket Racoon, and he gets +1 thwart. Okay. We ready Rocket, and then he thwarts for 3 off the main scheme. Leaving 8 on there. And then we play our Cybernetic Skeleton to get 3 hit points. Up to 9. And we play Martial Prowess, even though we don't have anything to do with it currently. Getting rid of this Star Shark would be nice, but we don't have anything we don't have any way to do it, so, you know. It is what it is, you know. So over to Groot. He's going to get 2 growth counters. We do use our pistol, right, to do 2 damage to the Star Shark, which is better than 0, I guess. Attack for 2, yeah. Okay. Be a great time to have all those, you know, have a Root Stomp or something in hand, but we certainly don't. Alright, so Groot's going to flip up. And we're going to play multitasking. Yeah. To remove 2 threat from this and 2 threat from this. We're going to attack and lose 1 growth counter to attack for 4. We'll put 4 on this Star Shark, putting it at 6. Okay. And then I think we probably get Wicken out net also instead of Flora and Fauna, even though I would love to play Flora and Fauna. Man, I would love to play Flora and Fauna, but it's not in the cards for us. We're going to play Waken. He's going to thwart, removing 1 from Gallery of Splendor. Which also does 2 damage to someone, probably this Star Shark. Alright, so ready up. We need to get some damage pumping on this guy, because staying on top of the collection has 4 cards in it right now, but once we start losing our allies and stuff, I feel like it's going to get real rough real fast. So I guess the question is, do we have Rocket flip down? Probably we wait 1 more turn so we can use our pistol till it's done. Okay, so 2 threat on the main scheme. Man, that Blazer is nasty. Okay, so the Collector is going to Ooh. Wait, do we have Rocket Flip down? Because we don't have any way to block for him. He's about to just take it to the face, huh? I should draw cards. We'll have Rocket Flip down. It's fine. All right. Yes. Like, we're giving up 2 damage, but it's probably worth it. So we're going to do 3... Put Badoon Headhunter into play engaged with you, okay? 3, 4, 5 threat onto the main scheme. Seems totally fine. Oh boy. We got all the resources in the game for Groot and nothing to do with them. That's cool. That's great. What do we get for Rocket here? I mean, we got our rocket launcher. Yeah, okay. Okay, right. Now the Collector is going to attack over here. And the Psionic Ghost is going to attack. I think we're going to have to block this one, right? I mean, or we could have Wiccan block it. Which one? Which one makes sense? Yeah, this guy's nasty. Okay. Are we going to have Wiccan block? Or are we just going to have Groot block? Bleh. I don't want to do either of those things. Because, like, we really need to do something with Groot. And, like, we don't have a lot we can do with him. With the garbage that we drew here. Yeah, we'll just have Wiccan block. It's fine. That's not where we draw those from. So it's going to be 2, 3... kills Wiccan, goes into the collection. And then we take 2 damage from that guy, leaving us with 2 growth counters. Okay. Now we get some counter cards. Over here we get to View the Cosmos. Choose one. Put the highest cost card from your hand face up into the collection, or discard the highest cost card from your hand. Then place threat on the main scheme equal to its printed cost. Oh, this is terrible. Because, like, our highest cost card is our rocket launcher. And we really needed to play that. I think we'll probably discard it, though. Ugh. I do not have a great situation for this next turn here. Yeah, it's bad. The things that are happening are bad. We're going to put 3 threat on the main scheme, putting it at 15 out of 24. It's extremely bad what just happened. Over here, Crystal Ball comes in with 7 threat on it. When defeated, the player who defeated this scheme may play a card from their hand, reducing its resource cost by 3. Wow, okay. I mean, I'll take that. I'll take that all day. And we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards in the collection. So we're halfway to losing on the collection. And we've done, I believe, 4 damage to the boss. Which feels bad, not gonna lie. Feels bad. So over here, we're definitely going to play Mockingbird. who's going to stun the collector. And I mean, we don't have anything good to do here. We'll play Vine Shield just because we have it. And we'll attack and kill this Psionic Ghost, I guess. Ooh, you know what? Forget playing Vine Shield. We're going to spend 2 resources to get something out of the collection. Because it's bad. It's bad in there, man. So that's tapped. That's gone. What's Mockingbird gonna do? What is Mockingbird gonna do? Man, this scenario is a whole other ball of wax than than the previous ones. I guess we're just gonna thwart the main scheme. I mean, it's at 18 out of 24. Seems fine. All right, so Rocket is going to pay 2. $2 to play Spider Girl, who is going to stun and confuse this Badoon Headhunter. Then we're going to tinker and discard our pistol into the collection, which seems totally fine. Nothing wrong with that at all. To draw 2 cards, drawing Relentless Assault and Rocket Launcher. Okay. We're going to flip up. And we don't have any great ways to like thwart anything. So, I guess we're just not going to. Seems totally fine. As long as we don't draw in advance, you know, like everything will be fine. So we can attack for what, 5 baseline, right? I think we're probably going to go ahead and play our cool rocket launcher. Use Helicarrier and pay 2 to play this rocket launcher. Comes in with 2 ammo on it. We're going to use the rocket launcher to do 2 damage to the collector and 2 damage to this headhunter. Spider Girl will attack the headhunter. And then we'll use Martial Prowess and Skilled Strike to pay for a Relentless Assault to do 5 damage to this guy, which puts him at 9. So that's 2 overkill damage. And 1, 2, 3, 4. We're at 7 cards in the collection. Totally fine. Totally fine. So that did 2 overkill damage to the collector, and then we draw a card for having done overkill. We're going to pay 2 resources to get Bug out of the collection. And it's limit once per round to get stuff out of the collection. So like we could tap Rocket to do that again, except we can't. So we're going to tap Rocket to thwart for 2 off the main scheme, I guess. Putting it at 12 out of 24. Actually. We'll thwart 2 off this crystal ball here. instead. Yep. Okay. Woof. We got to get that. We got to get the collection under control. I don't know if that means just not bringing minions or not bringing allies into this scenario or what, but like, it feels bad. It feels bad. Deft focus is nice to see. I am Groot isn't great when you have one growth counter. Root stomp. Not bad. Okay. Our particle cannon. You love to see that. Wasp, Tigra, reload. Alright. I think we just need to start punching this guy real hard and real fast because it's going to be real hard to stay ahead of this stuff, basically. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there's 6 in there right now. 4 more cards go into the collection. We lose. So, and we can only remove 2 per turn. So I feel like we have to remove those 2 per turn, basically no matter what. So we get 3 threat on the main scheme. Putting us at 17 out of 24. Totally fine. The collector is going to attack over here. Instead, become unstunned. Collector is going to attack over here. And we'll have Spider-Girl block it. So it's 2. Sonic Ghost shows up also. Great. Cool. Spider-Girl goes into the collection. And this guy punches us for 2. So this guy also says you are confused when he shows up. So he confuses us. And I feel like we forgot to do that when he showed up the first time because I didn't notice that it said that on there. Now we get some counter cards. Over here we get Gang Up. Totally fine. Totally fine. I think Groot's just going to block this one. So it's 2, 3, 4 damage coming in. We take no damage. Oh boy. Okay. Not great, the things that are happening. Vandarian Power Wand. Attached to the enemy with the lowest scheme. Okay. Oh boy, that's 2 cards going into the collection when we kill that guy. 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 7 cards in there right now. So, not great. Not great. So, I mean, I feel like we have to tap to take something out of the collection. And Groot has to spend 2 to get something out of the collection. Like, these things have to happen. The rest of what we can do on our turns, we'll figure out after that. But, like, I feel like we just lose the game if we don't do that. 2, 3. Because there's still 5 things in there. And once we kill this guy, that'll be 7, right? Okay. 15, 16, 17, 20. Oh boy. We're in a bad spot here. Y'all, we're in a bad spot. I'm going to use our rocket launcher to do 2 damage here and 2 damage here. We're going to use a helicarrier and $2 to play Particle Cannon. I'm going to use Particle Cannon to do 4. Oh yeah, to do to kill this guy with actually we'll just do 4 damage to the collector. It's fine. Down to 14. Okay. What do you guys think about how this is going? Personally, I think it's not going great. We're going to use Reload to get Wasp out here with 1 hit point also as a blocker, because apparently I like putting more things into the collection. It's my favorite thing. 6. Yeah, there's 7 things in there right now, which is, if you're keeping track at home, is too many things. For Groot, we're going to pay 1 to get Deft Focus in play. I think that's it, honestly. We don't have much else we can do with our boy Groot. So we'll thwart for 1 here. Yeah, I might have to rebuild these decks to not have minions in them, basically. This is savage. Or not have allies in them. And maybe just go heavy stun? I don't know, man. I just don't know. Okay, anyway. So that's everything for Groot. Sad as it is. So we'll draw some cards. Clear the area, Sense of Justice. Okay. Couple of Root Stomps. I mean, we could just do 10 damage. But the trick is, when this dude flips, we get 2 more cards into the collection, and then we get threat on the collection, or threat on the main scheme equal to the number of cards in the collection. Which would make us instantly lose the game. So we can't do that until we get ahead of the collection, and I don't honestly know how to get ahead of the collection, because you can only get rid of a maximum of 1 thing a turn. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so we get 3 threat on the main scheme. The collector is going to attack over here. Do we just take it to the face? Because if we can get ahead of the collection, then we can eventually, oh yeah, I guess I should see what Rocket is drawing into. Flora and Fauna, Battery Pack, Salvage, Thruster Boots. Okay. Yeah. Pretty good stuff. I mean, Salvage is nice. Yeah, so like I don't see how to get ahead of the collection, basically. We need way heavier thwarting also, because we're getting buried under this, and as long as this is high, we can't advance this. It's a puzzle, for sure. It's a tricky one. Ugh. Yeah. I just don't know. So I think Rocket's just going to take this one to the face. It'll be fine. 2, 3, 4, 5 damage coming in. He's at 2 hit points. No problem. What are you, baby? Seems totally fine. Yeah, I think we're just going to lose in very short order. We're going to attack over here. Groot's just going to take this one too. It's fine. He's at 1 hit point. No problem. No problem. Yeah. I'm going to have to rebuild from the ground up for this one because I just don't know how to do it, though. I don't know. I mean, we definitely need a lot more thwarting. So kill anything out of Groot's deck that is not thwarting, like straight up. Put some more, couple more copies of Crisis Averted in there, probably too. I don't see a way out of this situation for us currently. The villain attacks you. Okay, well, this time we're going to have Wasp block it. Whoa. 7 hit points, villainous. Man, that guy's rough. Okay, see you later, Wasp. No problem. We definitely needed more stuff in the collection. And Inconspicuous Box. When revealed, put the lowest cost card you control face up into the collection. Okay. 2, 3, 4. There's 9 cards in the collection right now. I was trying to not block for a couple of attacks to not put more stuff in there, but it didn't work out so great for me. This comes over here. Groot says, we have lost the game. $28 and then 36 in the next one. Woof. Woof, dude. I don't see a way for us to not lose this turn because I don't have enough thwarting in hand. Alright, I'm going to pay 2 to play Heroic Intuition. And I'm going to thwart for 2. And then I'll play Clear the Area for 2 more, taking 4 off the main scheme. Rocket is going to Helicarrier and play Flora and Fauna to ready Groot, and then Groot's going to thwart for 2 more. And then flip down, get 2 growth counters. What else is Rocket going to do? I think we're going to play Battery Pack. And put 1 charge on Rocket Launcher. And then we'll play our Thruster Boots. And we'll thwart. We won't thwart. We'll remove 1 card from the collection, leaving how many cards in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards in the collection currently. And Rocket has to flip down also. So before he does that, we'll fire off our 2 guns to do 6 damage to the collector, bringing him down to 8. And we definitely lose right now, but that's fine. So we get 3 on there. the collector schemes for 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Which loses us the game at 27. And I think I'm going to call it there for tonight. And we're going to take another run at this guy on Wednesday for sure, and see if we can do a little bit better. I'm going to have to rebuild these decks to have way more thwarting and way less allies. Is the current plan, but it's this guy seems really savage. So yeah, thanks for hanging out tonight, you guys. And I'm gonna call it there for the evening. And go lick my wounds, because that guy stomped us into the ground. Like I could not figure out how to stay ahead of the collection. Basically any I mean, these decks are super ally heavy, because that's kind of what I do, you know? And this guy stomped on that real hard. But, like, if you look at it, you know, there aren't any allies left in here. It's all just, like, minions and stuff. But we could not take the villain cards out of here, because we were caught up trying to stay ahead of the cards that we were putting in there, you know? So, yeah, that's intense, man. Cool. Well, again, thanks for hanging out tonight, you guys. And I will see y'all on Wednesday, and we will continue trying to infiltrate the museum. And hopefully it'll go a little bit better for us. Have a great night, y'all.